except for one chapter, baby. And it's a big chapter. We got a great show for you.
An absolute great show, Mike. This round has been filled with some of the best fighters that have ever stepped inside the ring. Now they're going to get a chance to step inside the cage.
We just got through watching a montage of what went on in this round, and what a great round it was. And if this is any indication what the show's going to be like tonight, you folks are in for a treat tonight. I want to thank the folks out of Mountain High Motorsports. We did the weigh-ins over there last night. Man, they really took care of us.
Hey, Mountain High Motorsports has been with us since the beginning, and these guys go above and beyond. And so do the other sponsors that we have involved. You know, Holiday Inn, they're putting up the fighters from Vegas that are coming
and
down.
Taking good care of them. And the Pepsi bottling group gave us all the Pepsi we could drink last night. Johnny Ritchie, you can see you had a couple of them.
Hey, that's right. You can tell I have a couple of them, and I think I'm going to try to work this gut off like Mike Stidham has been at Excel.
I've been over at Excel Spa. They've been taking good care of me, man. I see Johnny hasn't made it quite over there just yet. Johnny Ritchie, big show tonight. Let's get it going. The Ultimate Combat Experience coming right at you. They're down there in Pleasant Grove, Utah, and they came out and said, you know what, we got a bunch of tough guys at our gym. We want to challenge the state of Utah, and of course, we're going to oblige something like that.
Absolutely. This is the start of the team challenge where you got Team Samurai versus a bunch of guys
versus the world.
The world. And in your first fight, you got Travis Fraughton versus Trevor Little Bang Osborn.
Both these guys fought in last round's finals.
Wow.
They both won by rear naked choke, so hey, looks pretty close. Lightweight, no holds barred, check it out.
Okay, Travis, we'll start the questions off with you. We saw you fight, obviously, last round you fought in the finals. It was the first time you fought for Ultimate Combat Experience. You fought in the ring. Maybe tell little people at home a little bit about that experience, and then why are you going to win? What gives you the edge in tomorrow's competition?
Tell you the truth, I don't think I have any edge. I don't think either of us has a real edge, you know. I know he trains. I know he's a tough fighter. I got a lot of respect because I've seen him fight. He's a good fighter. I'm here to represent Team Samurai X. I've been training under Mark Balcer, and he's been teaching me the secret ninja death touch stuff. So I think I'm glad to fight him, and I hope it comes out good either way.
All right, perfect right there. The secret ninja death tough stuff, whatever. That's okay. If that's what it takes to do it, that's what it takes to beat this guy, then I'm all for it. But Mr. Trevor Osborn, you're on top of your game. You've been winning. What can we expect out of you in tomorrow's competition?
I think what gives me the edge tomorrow is that I've fought some of the toughest featherweights that they have out there, and I mean, no offense to Oliver Bradstreet, but after Brandon smokes Ollie tomorrow, then you guys will see that I train day in and day out with the best featherweight out there. You've fought a total of 30 seconds in the ring, and I've gone up to 3 rounds, so I think I had the edge.
All right, between 30 seconds and then secret ninja death stuff, both these guys are going to put on a great show. Give these guys a round of applause, shake hands, and best of luck to you guys tomorrow.
We're going to get things started with these little guys, Johnny Ritchie, and I, for one, cannot wait to see the ninja death stuff that Travis Fraughton's going to be doing.
Hey, the ninja death stuff may work on some guys. He actually beat one of the Mushin guys last round in the finals, but you're going to have to do something else if you're going to be fighting a guy like Trevor Little Bang Osborn. Right?
Beating Justin Harker is one thing, but beating Trevor Little Bang Osborn is completely another. He goes 5'10", 145 pounds, goes by the nickname, as you mentioned, of Little Bang, and he is just a little bang full of fierceness when he gets going.
I'm telling you, his Mike, Brian Yamasaki's got to be real proud of that kid. He's good on his feet, he's good on the ground, he's an all-around fighter.
And a great kid. And Travis Fraughton is walking into the ring with a bit of a sullen look on his face, not really super excited about the fight tonight. He's 5'7", 138 pounds, and goes by the nickname of Fraughty.
Well, his last fight was in the finals, Mike, and I'm not sure if he has a loss under his belt. I can't remember, but I think he did win that fight.
I'm not sure what he has under his belt, Johnny Ritchie, but I think he is 1-0, and he's going up against a pretty tough kid, though, here in Lil Bang, and And now this goes this stare down, and it doesn't look like Fraughton is going to back down from this one little bit. He's not intimidated by that big tough stare little bang he had going here, but round one is going to get underway here with Dave Selustad with the drop of the head. He's asking if they're ready to go, and here we get going, Johnny.
I tell you what, David Selustad is one of the most intense individuals when he's inside the cage, man. That guy, he hits harder than the fighters do, Mike.
Sometimes when he's separating the fighters, he gives a TKO to some of the fighters, but a nice, really nice guy outside the ring. These guys are coming out a little bit tentative, and as we mentioned, they probably have some good respect for one another. They know each other has a pretty good fight background, so neither one of them really came out all that aggressively, although Lil Bang scores a takedown early on.
Gets a takedown. He's inside Fraughton's guard right there, but Lil Bang knows what to do inside the guard, Mike. He's good enough that he knows to get out of it. Maybe throw a couple punches, but get that space, get that separation, step out, and then do the things that you need to do to win the fight.
Well, look at the composure on Fraughton's face there, though. You know, as we mentioned, he's only had the one fight that we're aware of, but he looks very composed underneath there, and it seems that obviously he's been in this position before as well. So a couple of guys, again, that are coming from two very fine gyms, and they understand position, they understand how to not panic in this type of situation, and pretty impressive, both of them so far.
Right there, Trevor gets that space I was talking about, Mike, gets back, he's got a knee down, and he's dropping bombs on his face, just really, I think, controlling the situation from this point on.
Well, he really did. He postured up and had that spacing, but I was really interested to see he didn't even try to pass the guard of his opponent. He sat up and is content to push him up against the fence there and try to throw bombs on him.
Well, one thing that's different about the cage, Mike, that our viewers might not realize is that you can actually use the cage to your advantage. You can push a guy up against the cage, stay in his guard, and strike down really hard and really use it to your advantage.
Oh, you can definitely use it to your advantage, but it looked like Fraughton did a pretty good job of using his legs to get in between he and his opponent, and was able to keep him from landing too much power on those punches, although that punch landed pretty solid.
Trevor Osborn, like I said, gets the posture, steps back, gets a nice solid right to the face of Travis. If I was Travis, Mike, I'd be looking to get off that cage, get my head away from it, and get a little space, in between me and Trevor.
Right there, Trevor was being warned by referee Dave Selustad to not stand and strike, which is a rule that's unique to Utah, and Osborn did a nice job of making that adjustment and staying on his knees and then continue to strike. Although, again, Johnny, I would really like to see him pass the guard. He is using the cage relatively well, but I'd like to see him pass the guard, and then you can really crowd him up and do some damage.
We've seen Lil Bang fight all the time, Mike. What do you think
nice
Fraughton's going to have to do to win this fight? What do you think it's going to take?
He's going to have to be more active on his feet. We know that that Osborn's tough on the ground, although he's tough on his feet as well. We've seen some good punches and some good kicks from standing as well. But I think if Fraughton's going to have a chance, he's going to want to stand up with this kid and try to mix it up with him that way.
Well, 20 seconds left. Let's see if Fraughton can get back onto his feet, get off the mat, and get up there and drop some bombs and land some kicks. But like I said, Trevor Osborn's content to sit inside the guard, set back up, and rain down punches.
It looked like he was checking to see what was under the belt of Fraughton there. He landed one that was just a little low there, but no harm done, no harm, no foul, so to speak. With 3 seconds left, he gets full mount position, and it looks like Fraughton's going to be saved by the bell because, boy, we talk about an unleashed fury. Well, it was being unleashed right there, and saved by the bell once again.
Little Bang Osborn is a tough kid, Mike. Wow, and I'm telling you, that saved by the bell. I don't think I've ever seen him go into the second round.
Wow, yeah, absolutely right, and we're going to see that second round when we come back. Welcome back to the Ultimate Combat Experience. If you just joined us, you're going to see here on your Crush Combat Cam, brought to you by Mountain High Motorsports, where Trevor Lil Bang Osborn and Travis Fraughton mixed it up in that first round, Johnny Ritchie. And as you mentioned earlier in the round, or early in the fight, that it looked to me that Trevor Osborn really dominated that first round.
He did, Mike. He got in position. He had both takedowns, was inside the guard, stepped out of the guard, dropped punches, ended up in full mount with only 3 seconds left, rained down the punches, and he's just ready to go, Mike.
And as you mentioned there, Dave Selustad leads the league in tackles right there. He just put a little shoulder into Trevor Osborn as he separated the two there. He could be pretty dangerous.
One of the tougher guys inside the ring we've seen, but Travis Fraughton, Mike, I give this kid a lot of credit because I really didn't think he was going to go past the first round, and he put up a pretty good fight against Trevor.
I think technically he fought an excellent fight against Trevor Osborn. He did get taken down, but he was able to use his legs to stay between he and his opponent and somewhat control the spacing and the distance just a little bit there to make things difficult on Trevor Osborn. But nonetheless, he did get beat for that first round.
He did, and right there it looks like Travis Fraughton has got almost a guillotine. He's over the arm instead of under the neck, and a guy like Trevor Little Bang Osborn isn't going to tap from a move like that, Mike.
And it's hard to get a tap on a half guard as well. You need to have him in your guard and be able to arch your back and all those other good things. And just one little thing off and just didn't work out for him there. And as you mentioned, Trevor Osborn is just too cagey and just too wily. He's incrementally getting better, and now he probably got his butt chewed over there in the corner about getting a better position. And boy, he got it now, full mount position, and landed some huge punches there.
Huge punches, not looking for this choke, Mike. He's not even looking for it. He's just content to sit back and drop bombs. There he goes. He might be sneaking the choking right now.
You better quit crossing those feet there. I know Coach Brian Yamasaki's going to yell at him for that, but boy, he is just really putting a punishment on here in the second round where Travis Fraughton, I'm not sure he's going to be able to take a whole lot more, especially with this choke on here. I foresee a tap coming soon, Johnny.
He's got him under the chin right there, but he's working back and forth, switching from one arm to the other, just getting the spacing, and there it is. There's the tap.
Didn't quite get a crook of his elbow down around where he'd like to have gotten it, but he did get enough pressure across the larynx there to get a tap out of Travis Fraughton. And, again, you can't say enough good things about this Fraughton kid. He put up a hell of a fight, but, boy, this Osborn kid is just another level.
Complete animal. Moves and self-defense, trains some of the toughest guys around, and he exemplifies that, Mike. He is a tough guy fighting out of motion.
Well, you did see a few technical things wrong that he did there, but he's just so strong and just so complete in his approach. You see in your Crush Combat Cam, brought to you by Beehive Bell Bonds, where I thought we were going to see a stoppage right there, where those punches were just huge.
Explosive. Trevor Little Bang Osborn is Little Bang. He's explosive, and he is your team champion in this featherweight division, Mike.
He absolutely is, and actually, let's change it to Big Bang, because he does. He comes on like a Big Bang in these fights. Congratulations, Trevor Osborn. You're the champion, brother.
This post-fight interview is sponsored by Beehive Bell Bonds, because sometimes bad things happen to good people.
Travis, man, you came out looking good in the first round, but Little Bang is one tough cat. How do you feel about the fight?
I'm just glad to get out here, mix it up. I knew he was a good fighter when I was there, but, I guess I was good. Let's just say he was better.
Let's just say he was better. I'll tell you, Team Samurai X, you guys got a lot of guys here tonight competing, and I can't wait to see more out of this team. Are you going to continue to fight for the Ultimate Combat experience?
I think so. I'm going to have to leave on a mission here in a little while, but when I come back, I'll be here.
But when you leave on that mission, you're going to have to cut this hair, brother.
I know you've been looking forward to that. Can I say one more thing?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Hey to my girlfriend, Heather. She'll be seeing this when she comes back. She's in Hawaii right now. Just say, hey, I love you, baby.
All right, well, you heard it right there. Tonight, man, you were good, but just not good enough. Thanks a lot, Travis.
He was better.
He was better.
This post-fight interview sponsored by our friends at Mountain High Motorsports.
Trevor, I'm running out of things to say to you over here. You just are so dominant, so clean, and just, what's going on, man?
It's just all the trainers I have. They're all awesome. Crew Wilbernalis, just Brian Yamasaki and Brandon Kaiser. They're always there for me, and that's what's made me who I am.
What's out there for you, though? There's nobody that's come in and even really tested you.
Goobler!
You want a piece of... Who do you want? Who do you want?
I want to fight Goobler.
I think I saw him over here somewhere, He's hiding behind a girl, I think, over there. He's pretending like he ain't even listening to us. The Gobbler. You want a piece of the Gobbler?
Yeah, no disrespect to him. I think he's a good fighter. I think he'd be a good opponent for me, and I want to go there to the next best thing. So
he just wants to beat all the guys out there that are to beat, and that's what I love about you, man. Trevor, congratulations once again. You win it in this cage. You really represent. Thanks again, bro.
Thanks, Mike. Thanks for doing the show.
Yeah, bro. I didn't even notice that Johnny Ritchie joined the Mafia over the weekend, Johnny.
Forget.
What happened, Johnny?
Hey, I just got back from a cruise. Forget about it. Forget about it.
All right, nothing more to say about Trevor Osborn. That kid is just tough.
Man, knocking through the competition once again. Trevor Osborn, can we find a guy to really beat this kid?
That's the big question. Come out. Let's see if you got it, man. Come out and give this guy a shot. We got more of the Ultimate Combat. Stick around. The first time in UCE history, and only the second time in Utah State history, a couple of girls are going to get in here and mix it up in mixed martial arts NHB.
NHB, baby. Anna Allen is this tough little girl. Says she wants to dedicate this fight to one of her best friends. She said this girl's the toughest girl she knows, and she's just here to represent her.
Charity says, I'm just here to kick some booty, man. Lightweight women's no holds barred. Check it out.
Scoot in, girls. Scoot in. You guys can scoot in real close. Closer. No, okay. All right. Oh, sorry. Yeah, perfect. That's excellent. Okay, Charity, we'll start the questions off with you. Tomorrow you're going to be getting in the ring doing an NHB, which is the first time for the Ultimate Combat experience to have two female fighters willing to do what most of the men in this room don't have the cojones to do. What motivated you? Why did you decide you want to get in here and fight?
Actually, I've been fighting for a while. I've just haven't had to fight for 18 months. I've had a lot of fights back out on me, and just the chance to get in there, basically. That's all I was looking for.
Great. Well, with that being said, the chance to get in there, what gives you the edge? Why are you going to win tomorrow's competition?
Because I train with the best. Look at my training partners. I train with Horn.
With some of the best, trains with Horn, some of the best guys, some of the really tough gym. Now, for you, Anna, what motivated you? Why did you want to put the gloves on and get in here and fight?
Well, several reasons, actually. I really want to learn what I can do, what my possibilities are. I've got a lot of friends in Team Samurai. Go Team Samurai.
Nice.
I'd also have a lot of motivation in the friends that I have working behind the corners. I would like to say something, though. I will be thinking of someone, one of my best friends, actually, Denise. I'd like to dedicate this fight to her. She's one of the best, strongest people I know.
All right, Denise, so you heard it. She's doing this for you. I want you girls to shake hands. First time NHB Women's in the Ultimate Combat Experience. Thank you, ladies, so much. Give them a round of applause.
All right, Johnny and Richie, well, we're going to continue our special edition team challenge where Team Samurai X did challenge the world here. But, boy, that Charity Little Isaacs is a big challenge to face when you talk about women's NHB.
Absolutely, Mike. She's been around for a while. I've heard of Charity Isaacs for a little while. I heard she's one tough chick. I never actually got a chance to meet her until the night of the weigh-ins, and she seems like a pretty physical and a pretty all-around tough chick.
Well, normally women don't let us say their weights on television, but she goes about 525 pounds, and I think that qualifies as featherweight, doesn't it?
I think it does qualify as featherweight. She's got a six-pack like no one I've ever seen.
Besides me. Well, Anna Anaconda Allen, she was definitely a great personality. She's dedicating this fight to the lovely Denise. We don't know who she is, but whoever you are, Denise out there, this one's for you, girl.
She's fighting out of Team Samurai, Mike, and you know that she's getting there, mixing up with guys like Mark Balcer, Travis Fraughton, and I think she's probably one of the tougher fighters out of that camp.
John, I don't want to say it, but you know, I'll tell you this. I really like this Anna girl. She's got a great personality. She's definitely got the right attitude for fighting. She's respectful, but boy, she's just enthusiastic about this whole thing.
Just excited and ready to go, man. She's just totally ready to kick some butt. You know, this is a great thing, Mike, because this is the first time we've ever had a win UCE, period.
Well, you know, here we go. We're going to get baptized, and what better way to get going here than with Anna the Anaconda and Charity Isaacs. Well, yeah, a little bit tentative to get started, but you know, that's a good thing for me. They're not coming out going crazy, and this might be a pretty good match.
Pretty good match right there. It looks like Charity got the takedown, did a little high school head throw, got her to the mat, looking to get a full mount, but she lands inside the guard of the Anaconda. Well, the name like Anaconda, Mike, I'm not sure if that's where you want to be.
Well, you know, the name like Anaconda means she's going to be able to get things in from where you don't expect them, but you look at this Charity girl, and she is just so strong looking to me. For a female fighter, she just looks like she's so much more powerful than her opponent here, but Anna's doing a really nice job in almost an Anaconda-like sense that she's getting her legs up there and wrapping them around her and making things very, very difficult for Charity.
Win this fight.
And those are the fighters you really need to be cautious of. You know, most girls get offended when you look at their rear ends, but not Charity. She actually put some advertising on the back of hers and looks like she's...
Charity looks like she's trying to step through the guard, but Anna is making it difficult for her. She's not letting her do it as much as Charity likes. She is strong and she is physical, but I think Anna's squirrely. You know, she's got that. She's just kind of squirrely, slippery, not really letting her get into the positions that she needs to.
She knew where everybody would be looking anyway, so why not put the name there?
Why not put the name of your gym on your butt?
Well, you know, and she's showing good things for that gym. She's, you know, she mentioned in the open here that she's training with Horn over there at Elite. She's representing that gym rather well.
And you know, but Anna, Mike, you see her. She's taking the shots, but she's crawling up the body. I've noticed she's really trying to look for that submission. Her legs are crossed right there, but earlier she was crawling up the body, looking for an exposed and a lone pendage. So.
She is definitely glomming on to her opponent. She's making things very difficult for Charity Isaacs, and boy, it looks like you could fit her into your suitcase. She's pretty flexible.
Pretty flexible.
And she can get those feet in places where most people can't. So, again, she's making it very difficult, although not a super exciting first round. It's somewhat of a chess match, and I think both these girls are playing this chess match beautifully.
Well, that's just a testament to show that mixed martial arts has came a long way, Mike, from the knockout fighters. It used to be a spectacle. Now it's considered a sport. It is a sport. It's one of the best sports in the world, and these gals really, I think that their training is showing off right now.
Well, this is an aspect of the sport that some may find boring, but to the purist, I find it exciting. Again, you see these small little incremental victories that these girls are achieving here. And boy, you know, you see Charity Isaacs really trying to improve her position, but Anna is just not letting her have anything.
She's not letting her have anything right there. You see Charity keeps trying to step over, get into the full mount position. Ooh, she rains on a couple elbows right there, but I think Anna just says, bring it on, man. Bring it on.
She can definitely take some punishment. She's been hit a couple of times pretty hard here, and just she has that same look on her face as when she walked in the ring. She's just happy to be here.
Happy to be here. And those aren't strikes, folks. Those are elbows flying over the top, landing those elbows, and those have got to take their toll. Like, those have got to hurt.
Absolutely. And I think Charity tried for most of this round to pass the guard and get around to where she could really bomb on her, and just found like that was just not going to happen. So she said, okay, well, I'll hit you from here. And hats off to her for that. But Charity Isaacs, the very first, Johnny Ritchie, the very first women's NHB champion in the Ultimate Combat Experience.
Congratulations, little Isaacs. And Anna, please come back and fight again.
This post-fight interview sponsored by our friends at the Salt City Jail, the best steakhouse in town.
Anna Allen, you have my respect, and everybody that's in the City Center. Nice job tonight. How do you feel about the fight?
It was awesome, man. I want to come back and do it again.
She's so pumped up. She's ready to go another round. This is one tough chick. What can we expect out of Anna Allen in the future? You're going to keep coming back?
Yeah, dude, with tough fighters like that, it demands respect, man. It was an awesome form, everything. It was a good fight.
Anna, you know what? We love you. That's it. She's a staple of the Ultimate Combat. Thanks so much, Anna. Tonight you were good, but just not good enough. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, man.
Now a post-fight interview sponsored by Pets and Such. Pet food, pet supplies, and all kinds of pets just off Bangerter at 3500 South.
Charity, I got to tell you, it is my pleasure to award the first Ultimate Combat Championship to a woman NHB fighter.
Thanks, Mike. I appreciate it.
Hey, and deservedly so. You did not disappoint tonight. You came in here and you gave the people what they wanted to see.
Thanks. I'm really proud to be representing Elite Performance, Jeremy Horn and Justin Ellison tonight. I'd really like to thank them. I'd like to thank all of my training partners.
Hey, how cool is that? You're over there training with Jennifer Howe. And man, some of the toughest people in the state of Utah, man. How cool is that?
We train with some of the toughest in the world, Mike.
Well, you can see that. Well, obviously, yeah, I got to give you that. Jeremy Horn, I mean, he's right up there with the best of them. You can't deny that.
You can't at all. He's a great guy, stand-up guy.
So how cool is that again? These guys come in here, represent first unprecedented, first mixed martial arts championship in the Ultimate Combat Experience. Congratulations.
Thanks. I'd like to thank you for the opportunity to take this fight. And I'd like to wish all my guys good luck next week in Tacoma.
Right on, right on, right on. Good luck. It represents state of Utah, man. Well, I don't know how you see a 3-inch difference between these two. Maybe
you don't.
Somebody's lying.
Somebody's lying, but they're ready for the stare down, and they are going to mix up. I think both these guys have great knockout power, Mike. We've seen them both lay guys on their back on the canvas, so.
Absolutely, but you know, as we've seen so much tonight with this Team Samurai X, they come out very tentatively and they kind of feel their opponents out, and that's actually a good thing. I'm not criticizing that at all, but I think sometimes you really kind of lay that blitz on though here, and I think maybe in this type of an instance it might be a good idea.
Might be a good idea, and especially against a guy like, you know, Eli Bice, man. His arms are 7 feet long. He can hit you from one side of the cage to the other, so it might not be a bad idea to rush in and try to take a guy like this to the mat.
Well, you know, he shot in and then kind of stayed underneath there and got himself in a bit of a precarious position. Eli Bice trying to put a front chokehold on there, but as you pointed out earlier, that chokehold is applied improperly. And all we're seeing right now here is Lonnie Foster's ball spot.
I was just going to say, Lonnie Foster, tip of the week, went over this, I think 3 or 4 times, how to really lock on a guillotine choke. And I don't know if these guys see him.
You got to get him in that hair club for men, though, because either that or we got to watch that camera angle.
He's going to choke you out, Mike. He's going to choke you out.
Lonnie's one of my favorite people in the world and a great referee, and not a whole lot to refereeing to do right here. These guys are moving like molasses. They're just kind of moving real slow and trying to get into position, and doesn't look like anything real effective is being applied.
Well, it looks like Mark Balcer does have the back of Eli Bice. If he can just get his hooks in, get his arms under his arms, and really flatten him out, then he can work on a couple things, whether it's a choke or just to strike him and look for him to tap out that way.
It doesn't look like he's trying to flatten him out, though. It looks like he's content to stay balled up on top there. He actually looks like he's getting a little bit high here, which could
not
be
a good idea.
Yeah, could be a mistake on his part.
But if Eli Bice goes head hunting, he can grab that head, pull him under, and put him in a pretty bad position, Mike, in the north and south. But I'm telling you, if Mark Balcer flattens him out, he's going to win this fight.
Well, it doesn't look like Eli Bice is doing anything from underneath there, but curling up. And Lonnie Foster's going to get down there and tell him, you got to work to improve. Otherwise we're going to either have to stand you up or you've got to protect yourself underneath as well.
And he's just kind of covering up, not really doing anything. He's not looking to get Mark Balcer off of him, but he's not looking to do anything that's really. But we'll just sit there and cover his ears.
I guess that's a good no call on Lonnie's part, because the bottom guy is not doing anything. You don't want to punish the top guy. The top guy's in there trying to punch him. The bottom guy's just kind of curling up here. While it's boring for the fighters, it really doesn't make a whole lot of sense for the referee to stand him up right here, because you would be kind of penalizing one of the fighters.
I think if Zatuichi had a little bit of wrestling background, I'm not sure that he does, he'd know, get the hooks in, flatten this kid out, look for the choke, look for the punches. You're going to be more effective when he's flat on his belly than when he's... And there he pops out the back door.
He comes out the back door, and now Mark Balcer is on top, and you see that his opponent's trying to keep him within his guard, which we've seen from these Team Samurai X guys. They fight well from the guard, from a defensive posture, but they don't do a whole lot offensively.
Not a whole lot offensively, Mike, and that's, you can tell the difference between Mark Balcer and Eli Bice. Eli Bice, as soon as he gets in our position, he just starts punching away.
Oh, baby, actually looked like he was coming up and putting an arm lock on there as time ran out there, which is unfortunate, and looks like Balcer's really not sure where he's at.
Hey, Mike, he's 38 years old, okay? He's an old guy, and he needs a little time to get up.
Well, Eli Bice was kind of wandering around aimlessly as well. You see here, Danny Sanchez, the dirty Sanchez over there, checking on his guy, but it looks like did Balcer quit?
What? No way. Did he quit? Balcer
quit in the corner there, and I'm not sure if there was an injury or what, or if he just ran out of gas, but Mark Balcer just threw in the towel. You see here in your Crush Combat Cam, brought to you by the Salt City Jail. A couple nice side kicks there in a defensive posture, but I think what we're seeing here with the Team Samurai X group is they fight well defensively. Offensively, they just need to pour it on a little more.
Pour it on a little bit more. Absolutely right, Mike. Mark Balcer is a great guy. This is not going to be the last time you're going to see this cat, Mike.
Look how close he was to fight. Look how close he was to winning. He almost had an arm lock there, and then he ended up throwing in the towel. But Eli, Big Daddy Bice, even though he's not all that well endowed, he's excited.
Congratulations! You beat another Team Samurai opponent.
This post-fight interview sponsored by American Bush, Utah's only 18 and over gentlemen's club, located at 2630 South, 300 West.
Mark, you didn't answer the bell, man, if people want to know what happened out there.
Well, on Monday I popped my neck out, my arm went numb, and when you have my neck here, same thing, and my arm went numb.
Hey, you know what? It ain't worth it for an injury just to get in here and fight. You want to live to fight another day. We always say that.
You can boo all you want. I'm 38 years old.
Yeah, 38 years old. This guy's got a lot of accomplishment. Don't boo this kid. We love him. He's going to keep fighting for us. I guarantee you. Mark Balcer, tonight, man, you were good, but just not good enough. I hope we see you again.
Actually, I think I was good enough.
Well, okay, we'll give it to you. He says he thinks he's good enough. All right, Mark, well, thanks a lot, man.
This post-fight interview sponsored by our friends at Mountain High Motorsports.
Eli, you heard that over there. He said your breath was so bad he couldn't come out. How does that make you feel?
Anything goes in fighting.
You should brush your teeth. Don't brush your teeth for a week before you come out here.
I win every time then.
Oh, Eli, hey, you came out here, you did this thing, you represent, hey, this is the first championship for the Northern Connection. How does it feel, man?
I feel kind of cheated. He had my back. I didn't get to show the crowd how bad I was. I choked on him a little bit, and he quit that easy, man. If you're going to come out with me, go the rounds, bro. Please go the rounds.
He was bad, but your breath was badder, so, hey, congratulations, man.
Thanks, Mike.
Nay fighting out of Team Samurai X, fighting a really tough kid in Dennis Batman Dagloria.
Batman is bad, but you know what? Todd Nay's a pretty tough kid, too. Light heavyweight, no holds barred. Check it out.
Keeping the Team Samurai X streak going, what's it going to take for you to walk away the victor in tomorrow's fight?
Man, I just, this is playing down home. I just come to play. I was excited. I guess his fighter backed out, and I was excited to have the chance to step in there and go toe-to-toe. It's just playing.
We know that a couple weeks ago a fighter got a look at you and bailed out the back door as well. So maybe this is fate. Maybe this is meant to be. Why don't you tell the people at home why you are going to win tomorrow? Why are you going to beat Batman tomorrow night?
You know, I just don't have nothing to lose. I'm excited to just get in there and play. it's all a game, man. I'm just excited to play.
Perfect. Okay, right there. So excited to play the game. Tomorrow, you will be playing the game against a pretty tough kid and Mr. Dennis Dagloria. Dennis, talk about the last time you fought in the finals. It didn't go your way, but your game has improved so much more in that short amount of time. What can we expect out of you in tomorrow's fight? What is Dennis Dagloria going to bring to the table at the East Center?
I've been training pretty hard for this fight, but I'd rather not talk about my last fight. No, I just made a big mistake going to stand up with Maniac. Everybody knows he's a boxer, but I would love to rematch him anytime. I think it'll be definitely different. And regarding this fight, I'm way excited, training really hard, and Batman will prevail, and I'm pretty sure this fight won't last past the first round like my other fights.
Oh, well, he's predicting right there. It's only going to go to the first round. Well, I can't wait to see this fight. This is going to be great. Give both these guys a round of applause, shake hands, and the best of luck to both you guys tomorrow.
Well, Johnny Ritchie, things haven't really fared all that well for Team Samurai X tonight, but once again, these guys are fighting up against an all-star team, if you will. You look at the names of these opponents that they're fighting, it's the best of the best of the best, and Todd Torque Wrench Ney is going to be the next Team Samurai X representative to come out. He's 5'11", 195 pounds, and he's fighting a kid that's as tough as they get.
Wow, his opponent tonight is a very tough kid. You've got the Dagloria. I mean, Batman, he's stepping in here, and this kid is a physical, tough, he's good at jiu-jitsu, he's got a pretty good stand-up game, and all around just a tough kid, Mike.
Well, you're not even fighting humans anymore. You're going with these superheroes here, and Batman is definitely that. As he mentioned in his pre-fight interview, he's had one blemish on his record that he looks to avenge, and I'm sure he'll get that opportunity sometime soon. Trains over there at Elite with Jeremy Horn and the crew, and as we mentioned, he's Batman.
He's Batman. But I tell you what, Mike, one thing about Team Samurai X, for me, they get the Spirit Award. I mean, these guys stepped it up. They're coming in here fighting against the best guy. It's not like they're looking into going, fight Dennis Dagloria. They're like, hey man, let's do it. Let's fight.
You listen to Todd Ney, and he says, this just gives me an opportunity to get in here and fight, and I don't care what it is, but my goodness, when I saw him take his shirt off, I might have changed my opinion just a little bit.
Yeah, well, Dennis Dagloria is fit, Mike. He's a pretty physical kid, muscly, and all around a pretty damn tough fighter.
Well, he comes out with some nice leg kicks to start things off with, which set up a nice takedown. And boy, as you mentioned, this Dagloria kid's just an all-around fighter, and there's really not a flaw to his game, but he's really pouring it on here from half guard position, and as we've seen so much tonight with this Team Samurai X, he's making things difficult for him. Todd Ney is getting his legs up there and making things difficult, but boy, this Dagloria is just a busy fighter, transition from one thing to the next, and it's just pouring it on.
It's hard to put submission onto a guy, Mike, that's moving around all the time. He's dropping punches, he's switching side to side, he's looking for the best position. Todd Ney did try to throw on it, looked like an apparent triangle. He didn't come close because Dagloria just scooted out of the way and got into a better position.
As you mentioned, continual motion here, and you see Dagloria fighting from a half mount, half guard position, and I've seen guys that have been very successful with that, and I've known some guys that actually prefer to fight from a half guard, half mount position, and it looks like that Dagloria is content to fight from there. Now he's just throwing down some bombs.
And those are powerful, Mike, because that guy is physical. He's got a lot of strength, and he knows how to throw a punch. He's not just flopping his hands down. He's really landing those things.
And now he does try to step over and get full mount position here, and you know what, Johnny Ritchie, I think Todd Ney is going to suffer similar losses his teammates have tonight, but again, hats off to him. But boy, look at where Dennis Dagloria is right here.
He scoots him up against the fence, Mike, grabs the fence, scoots him closer. He's in a great position right here, full mount, dropping down punches. Todd Ney came to play, but I don't know. It looks like he's paying.
Yeah, right now the playing's over, and we're going to see a stoppage here. Dave Sellistead, I think it would be appropriate this time to go ahead and step in there and give Todd Ney a little.
Give him a break because he's going to be black and blue tomorrow. But I tell you what, Todd Ney, this Team Samurai guys, Mike, they have a lot of heart, and I guarantee this won't be the last time we see Todd Ney back in the ring. If it does get stopped, but Dave Sellistead is going to let it go on because Todd Ney was still
he is blocking. He's not just giving up. He's blocking, but wow. I think Dave Sellistead's taking a nap here. I think we need to start looking at stepping in and stopping this thing.
Oh, and
here comes the towel. I disagree. They didn't go in for tonight. As one of them mentioned in a past fight, they said we didn't lose, we learned, and I really think they did. They represented well tonight, but take nothing away from Dennis Batman Dagloria. He came in and did his thing in the light heavyweight division.
This post-fight interview sponsored by Beehive Bell Bonds, because sometimes bad things happen to good people.
Todd, I got to tell you, pride makes you not want to tap, but you got to tap. You were mounted, you were taking some punishment, bro. What made you keep going?
Warriors don't quit.
Yeah, it's not a quit thing. That's the cool thing about this sport is you can honorably quit and come back and do it another day. You're in a situation where you got a guy that's that talented on top of you. You gotta be thinking about the future, man.
I trust the ref. When he thought it was bad enough, he called it off.
All right, bro. Todd, you know what? I hate even saying this to you because you got a warrior spirit and you were in there and you did your thing. You were good tonight, but just not good enough, bro.
Yeah, hey, I just want to say, though, this is my first fight in 2 years. And his opponent bailed on him. I come in, and I appreciate him, you know, giving me the fight, man.
Amen, brother. That's a bad man across the ring right there. You stepped up, manned up. Congratulations for that, bro.
Thanks.
This post-fight interview sponsored by our friends at Mountain High Motorsports.
All right, Dennis, you heard Mike say it. You're sitting across the ring from a bad man, and that he's talking about you, baby. That ain't Batman, it's bad man. How do you feel about the fight?
Oh, I love it. You know, like I predicted, first round.
You did. You sold us first round, and you got in here, and you fought, and you really laid it to Todd. You know, unfortunately, it didn't go to the crowd's expectation. They want to see good fights, but you just dominated from start to finish. What can we expect out of Batman in the future?
Well, thanks to this guy, Jeremy Horn. Without him, our whole team.
He's a hell of a guy to be training with, I'll tell you that much. But Dennis, tonight the spotlight's on you. You won. Congratulations, you got the cup.
Thank you, John.
Nice job.
Well, things didn't work out too well for Team Samurai X, but once again, hats off to them for coming in here and doing their thing. And really, I can't say enough about the fact that those guys went up against an all-star team of the Ultimate Combat Experience. Great job, but next week you definitely want to join us because we're going to continue our final special. We've got the Ultimate Combat Experience Championship rounds next week, and in our main event, Jason Lee and Harold DeCombie on a middleweight matchup that you definitely don't want to miss. But if you want to come in here and try your hand at the Ultimate Combat Experience, we've got a way you can do that. Just give me a call, 967-5295. We'll get all your paperwork done and get you in the ring because we're going to be starting next round very shortly. You're July 9th back at Sandy Station. You want ticket information, log on to ultimatecombat.com or just give me a call at 967-5295. We'll see you next week on the Ultimate Combat Experience.